Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESC Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name an academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, an and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has Unacademy done? Unacademy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that Unacademy has created by means of the courses that are running on Unacademy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because Unacademy has made it possible. Unacademy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESC, because the door to Unacademy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does Unacademy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of Unacademy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from Unacademy. Then there are test series from Unacademy. Then there is crash course where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra. That is the magic of Unacademy. Just join Unacademy without thinking too much.
Hi guys, up to now we have seen how to control the bus voltage by using AVR, that is the automatic voltage regulator, which can control the excitation of an alternator to control the terminal voltage. But I told you that is not a recommended method, as that method will also affect the other bus voltages. Then we saw other methods like reactive power injection, in which we were using reactive power devices like inductors and capacitors to control the bus voltage. Okay, so that is how we can control the voltage of a bus. In this lecture, we will see how to control the frequency of a system. Now, we will study one equation later on that is called a swing equation. It goes something like this. Now, this term here represents acceleration of rotor. Okay, this term here represents inertia. Pm is the mechanical input, P is the electrical output of the generator. Now what happens, suppose load is increased. If load is increased and it becomes greater than Pm, then d square delta by dt square will become less than 0. So speed will reduce. And we know frequency of a synchronous generator is Pn by 120. If speed reduces, then frequency also reduces. So to maintain the frequency of the system, we must increase Pm as Pe increases. This is done by means of a speed governor. Okay. It will increase the mechanical input of the machine in accordance with the electrical output to maintain the frequency. But the thing is, speed governor also has certain limitations. It cannot keep on increasing the mechanical input as the electrical output increases. After a certain time, it will reach its limit and then the frequency will start decaying rapidly. So what to do in that case is, we have to shed some load or we have to reduce the electrical power. That means I have to support this electrical power demand with the help of other generators. That is, we have to control the load power. So that is the secondary method. So this speed governor is the primary method of frequency control. Secondary method is by controlling the real power output of a machine. So voltage is controlled using controlling the reactive power output of a machine, and frequency is controlled by controlling the real power output of a machine. Now let us see this secondary method, how we can shed the load or how we can share the load between different machines to control the frequency. First method is called as flat frequency control. Now flat frequency control means one alternator will have a flat frequency. That means the load on that alternator will not be increased. Now suppose there are two areas, area 1, area 2. Here there is one generator, let us say G. These two areas are connected by tie line. Tie line is actually used for power transfer between the two power system areas. Now what will happen, suppose load in area 2 increases. This generator G is such that the drop in frequency of this generator is very less with increased loading. So what happens, if load is increased, this generator will supply additional power to this load. Even if the load in this system or this area increases, this generator will be supplying this power. That means one machine is made responsible to supply any additional load in the system. How to choose that machine? That machine must have minimum frequency drop with increasing load, so that frequency almost remains constant. Okay, but the problem is that if the load keep on increasing, machine may not have sufficient capacity to support the additional load demand. That is the disadvantage of flat frequency control. Why is it called as flat frequency? Because if you see, additional load even in area 2 is taken by this generator G. So generators in this area, let us say G2, does not support any additional load. So its loading remains constant and hence its frequency will also remain constant. So it is a flat frequency control. But the disadvantage is one generator has to take the entire load. So a better method would be if two generators or multiple generators can share this additional load demand. That is called as parallel frequency control. That means if this is area 1 and this is area 2, here let us say G1 and G2. Let me say here there is a load which increases. Then what to do is we have to increase generation G2 as well as generation of G1, and we will supply additional power through this tie line. So here both the lines or both the areas or both the generators are sharing the additional load demand, that is called as parallel frequency control. So here we will try to maintain the frequency constant. We will regulate both the generators together. And the last method is called as flat tie line control. Flat tie line refers to the tie line power should remain constant. That is, power that is transferred through the tie line from one area to the other, that must remain constant. What does that mean? There should be no additional load that must be transferred through the transmission line. So what will happen? This is area 1. This is area 2. This is my tie line. If load here increases, then the generator this must share the increased load. No generator in area 1 should be affected. That way there will be no additional power flow through the tie line. Whatever is the power that is being transferred through the tie line will remain constant. Otherwise, if generator 1 also was sharing the load, then it will transfer that additional power to G2. So tie line power will also increase. That is called as flat tie line control. So wherever the load increase, that generator will take care of the load. Suppose like this, there are two generators. This is my tie line. Here we have load. Okay. So if load 1 increases, G1 will increase. If load 2 increases, generation of 2 will increase. So whatever is the generator in that particular area will take the additional load demand. It will not be transferred through a generator in the other power system area. So these are the three methods of secondary frequency control: flat frequency control, parallel frequency control, and the flat tie line control. Now let us understand some terms associated with this frequency control. First is AFRC. It is area frequency response characteristics. Okay, that is AFRC, area frequency response characteristics. Now what do they show is, in a power system area, how does the frequency vary with change in load? Because you might have implemented some frequency control method, let us say flat tie line control. Then I must know if by changing the load how much the frequency deviates, so that I know what maximum load can be connected in a system, as the frequency must always remain between 49.5 Hz to 50.5 Hz. Okay, so if I know the AFRC, then I will know how much loading can be there in the system. So this is given as delta F is equal to 1 by B plus 1 by R into delta PD. This formula has been derived on the basis of a closed loop control system that we are not covering, that is not a part of the course. So here let us understand what does each term represent. Delta F represents the change in frequency of an area. Delta PD represents the change in demand in that area. This B is called as load frequency constant. It is actually del PD by del F. So it shows how much the demand changes if we change the frequency. Is my load sensitive to the change in frequency? Now suppose if there is a reactance, if I change the frequency, then the magnitude of the reactance will vary. then that means the power going into that reactance will also vary. Okay, it will vary the current, which will vary the power. Okay, what I am actually saying is, by changing the frequency, let us say increasing the frequency, reactance increases, impedance increases, which current reduces, due to which power will reduce. So how does changing the frequency affects the real power? This power is actually I square R. So that depends on B. How does the load vary with change in frequency? How much the load is sensitive to the changes in frequency? Similarly, R indicates how much the generation is sensitive with the change in frequency. So R is actually minus delta F by delta Pg. Okay, because we know with increase in the power output of a machine, frequency goes down. That is why we are using a negative sign. So what will be the unit of R? It will be hertz per megawatt. What will be the unit of B? Megawatt per hertz. Okay, so these two parameters combined will give me AF RC, area frequency response characteristics. Similarly, next term is defined as area control error. It is also represented by ACE. So it denotes how much is the difference between the actual power generation and the scheduled power generation. Scheduled means whatever is the planned. Okay, but due to changes in frequency, the actual generation may be less. So the difference in two shows the error in the control system that we have implemented. So it is given as AC is delta P tie line, because what will happen if additional load is connected in a power system, then some power may be drawn from other generators. So tie line power will change. That means I was scheduled to supply this entire load with one generator, but now it is drawing some power from the other generators. That power appears as delta P tie line. So it gives me an error. The power that it was scheduled to generate, it is not generating, rather it is drawing from other system. Next is B delta F. That is the change in power generation due to change in frequency. B is called as frequency bias. Okay, so this gives me area control error. So what I am saying is generation will change due to two factors: the system drawing power from other generators through the transmission line, and due to change in frequency. So any control system will give certain error. It will not be able to generate the power whatever is the scheduled or the planned quantity. So let us look at a problem. It is saying speed control parameter R is given to me, and the load frequency constant B is also given. We need to find AFRC, slope in megawatt hertz. Okay, we know R has a slope of hertz per megawatt, B has a slope of megawatt per hertz. So slope in hertz, megawatt per hertz will be B plus 1 by R. This will be actually delta PD by delta F. So it will be 2 plus 1 by 0.025, which is 42 megawatt per hertz. That is, by changing 1 hertz of the frequency, the change in demand will be 42 megawatt. Moving on to the next problem. It is saying a generator set has a regulation constant of 6% on generator rating of 120 MVA 50 Hz. The generator frequency decreases by 0.1 Hz. So here if you see, the regulation constant is given in percentage. We have seen the regulation constant is nothing but, so how to express it in percentage? What we will do is minus delta F by F into 1 by delta Pg by Pg. We have converted both these quantities into Pu. Okay, so it is 0.06, change in frequency is 0.01, delta actual frequency is 50, into generated power is 120. Delta Pg we need to calculate. So this will be removed. So delta Pg will be 0.4 megawatt. So here that means generated power will change by an amount of 0.4 megawatt, but with a change of 0.01 hertz in frequency. In our next problem, it is saying the combined frequency regulation of machines in an area of capacity is 1500 megawatt. Frequency is given 60 hertz and frequency regulation is 0.1 pu. So what will be the delta F? That is 0.1 into 60, that is 6 hertz. Now we need to find regulation in hertz per megawatt. 6 by 1500 hertz per megawatt, because real power generation is 1500 megawatt and change in frequency is 6 hertz. So these sort of small problems concentrated around the factors B and R can be asked in the examination from the load frequency control. So you need to remember the methods of frequency control and the factors of B and R. Mostly this topic is not that important for GATE examination, but since it is explicitly mentioned in GATE exam frequency control, so you need to have a look at this topic as well. So let us summarize what we covered in this lecture. We first saw speed governor control, how speed governor controls the frequency. Then we saw flat frequency control method. Then we saw parallel frequency control. In flat frequency control, one generator was scheduled to take the entire additional load. In parallel frequency, generators were sharing the load. Then flat tie line control, the generator where the load is changing will take the additional load. Then we saw AFRC, which was given by delta F is equal to minus 1 by B plus 1 by R delta PD. Okay, this was given as AFRC. Here R was minus delta F by delta PG, B was del PD by del F, and last we saw ACE, which is delta P tie line plus B delta F. B is called as frequency bias. Okay, so in the next lecture we will see one other method of transmission which is called as underground cable. That we will start in the next lecture.
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched, and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate, because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your GATE rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on GATE and ESE, click on get subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1 year plan, second and the third year can take 2 year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off, as well as it will bring you under my guidance. And as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you. And that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy. It is a revolution. It is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have. We have for SSC, JE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel, we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are